Hi, lovely to have you here. Welcome to the Electro Revolution channel. My name is Michael and I'm a car and tech enthusiast. In this episode, which is episode 3 of the BYD Atto 3 OTA update version 1.10.1, what we're going to do firstly is complete the upgrade of the voice languages. We're then going to check the version numbers from the old to the new just to see the differences. And we're also going to go through the vehicle settings. We're going to upgrade the web browser, which is part of the BYD App Store. We're going to install and configure the YouTube application. And lastly, we're going to look at reassigning the bottom bar menus, or the bottom bar icons, I should say. So I do hope you enjoy this episode. Great. So no more notifications. We go back into our settings, system, version, upgrade. Nothing else to upgrade, IVI details. Now, I did take note of this earlier. But of course, in the published public video, I'll most probably get rid of or blur out or grey out this right column. But I can tell you if anything's changed as I compare the previous video. Nothing here looks like it's changed much. Link, that's a new name. So let's go ADAS controls. Now this menuing system is different. It actually does look a lot better. So the safety assist features, parking assist, the parking sensors, of course the service, which shouldn't have changed, overhaul, which is the front wiper check and the manual, vehicle with seat heating, that hasn't changed, AC controls, that doesn't look like it's changed, intelligent assistant, that has changed. That feature was there, but under a different menu from memory. Now this isn't a bad thing. Essentially it means when you're on a hill, it'll hit the brakes when you release the brakes. Yeah, it was here before, if you remember. And of course the auto folding of the mirrors. Energy for regenerative braking, and you can see here that it's dropped to 26% just through this process of the upgrade. And of course the smart charging, I wonder if that's changed. That looks exactly the same. Okay, that's changed a little bit. Of course they can improve this quite a lot more. Audio display. Okay, there's this loudness setting, equalizer custom, sound field balance, that's across the car, the media volume, phone volume, voice volume, broadcast volume, notifications. And the clock, and the instrument display. This is the basically the instrument display in front of the steering wheel. There's a brightness level and the range display mode. Of course you've got the standard and dynamic, and if you're not sure what that is, just ask in the comments, I'll explain it. Tailgate opening height is currently at 92%. Maybe we'll drop that to about 90. Windows, and locks. And there's the new feature, password to drive. Once enabled, the correct password is required to drive the vehicle when powered on. To change the password, please use the current password to turn off this function and then turn it on again to reset the password. Auto lock while driving, that's essentially for the locking of the doors as soon as you start accelerating. That's of course for the safety of the passengers. And we've got the ambient lighting here, the exterior lighting. This is the dipping of the headlights, intelligent high beam control of course. This turns things on and off. And the courtesy lighting. That's essentially when you turn on your car and you turn off your car. So that's all the features there. Now we get to look at the menu, and of course it's changed, which is fantastic because now you can take these, if you remember, we can do custom and we can move things across. I'll have a play with that a little bit later to see what ideally I use most frequently, and then change the menus. I like this. And there's the electronic defroster. Now, essentially that's for the back mirror and the side mirrors. And that's where the heating of the mirror elements exists. Now I won't go to navigation until I go back to the shopping center, and then we can check it out. But what we can see here again is the BYD Assistant. Now there were updates to the BYD Assistant. If you remember, we watched it. We got the navigation system, Spotify, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. There's nothing too much different here. The utility tools, of course, have reduced in number. Most probably what BYD have done is move them, where you can see them here. They're moved. There's the Stingray, the settings where we've just gone into before. This is the browser, and of course the BYD store. Allow BYD store, of course we allow it. And there we are. We can perform the update of the browser from here. And you remember in the BYD Seal OTA update, this feature was pretty good. And of course the BYD Arcade and a radio system. I haven't actually used that radio system, so I don't know what it's about. Now, if you remember when I did this before, don't click open, because I was able to trigger a bug where I couldn't get out of this menu without turning off the car. So what we do is click done. And it looks like the bug still exists. There we go, it's installing again. It would be a nice thing to get rid of this bug, because now what I remember is the only way out of this is to turn off the vehicle and to turn it on again. Or maybe because I pressed it twice might have been the issue. Maybe you just got to press it once and then wait. Okay, so I will turn off the vehicle because I know I expect this. And turn on the vehicle again. Go back to the BYD store. Open the browser. And of course, we're not connected to wireless again. Okay, now we've reconnected wireless, as we can see from that wireless icon. We can go back to the BYD store, we can open up the browser, and there we are. Of course we can search in there, but I won't do that because there is actually the YouTube application I'd like to download. And now I'll press this once. Now I'll open it. And there's the app. There's our channel. And of course I do prefer the dark mode, but and there we are. Looking good. So let's go back to the BYD store. And yes, there is the BYD arcade we can download and so forth, but it's not important at this stage. So last but not least, the navigation. That's the last thing to check out, and I suspect it's exactly the same as what we already saw in the BYD Seal OTA updates. Now if you haven't seen those videos, you're welcome to view those. I think there's 4 parts in the there's 4 episodes in the series. Now as we also know, if we hold this down, we can change these things. So screen off and on, we can add it to the bottom bar, for example. We can remove any of these things that we don't require. So you can play with a lot of this stuff, which is very good. I just removed the back button. I'll put the back button there, plus. There you go. Okay, so I'll continue when I get back to the shopping center, and we'll go through the navigation menu. Well, that was the end of episode 3. I hope you found it informative. Now I know there was a lot there, a lot of settings to go through, but it's important we do go through this, especially if you're a BYD Atto 3 owner. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend, or just leave a comment. I hope to see you in episode 4. Until then, bye for now.